Alright, it is Sunday now, the 28th of January, and I just came back from the store. It's about 10:30 in the morning. I woke up, cleaned a little bit, and tried to make myself a coffee, and I realized that I'm all out of milk, so I went and got some, and a few other stuff, I think some fruit and such. And now I am about to film my TBR for February. I decided to do it today because tomorrow I would like to go to the library and return The Lost World, so I don't forget before I travel. And also, since I'm doing that, I wanted to do my TBR prior to it in order to know if I need to borrow some books from the library, and that's what I'm doing. Beyond that, I have reading and editing planned for the day. I would like to post this vlog tonight if possible. If not, I'll post it tomorrow. Beyond that, last night I started The Shadow of What Was Lost and I read about 68 pages. So I'm moving through it slowly so far, but it's only been one evening. Altogether, yesterday I read around 400 pages, which is lovely. I managed to finish 2 books. I started a new one. That is great. And then for today, I think I'm gonna try to chip as much away from this one as possible. That's my plan for the day. Nothing spectacular. The weather is chill. It's not too cold, but it's not warm either. So it's nice to stay home and do that. I'm still having a little bit of an issue with my neck, though it's way better than it was 2 days ago. Now I can move it, like this, and it doesn't hurt almost at all. I'm still careful. I don't want to irritate it again because it irritates very easily if you don't let it run its course and, settle fully before you start doing things. So I'm going to take it easy. Now I'm going to make myself some coffee, do my makeup, and I'm going to try to film the TBR. And then after that, I'm going to cook something. I'm thinking I'm going to do, this is going to sound weird too, probably, if you're not Eastern European, stuffed sauerkraut with rice and beef. We call it sarmi, and it's very, very delicious, and I really love eating it. So I'm going to probably do that today. I've been thinking about doing it for a while now. It would be nice unless my boyfriend has other plans for food, but we'll discuss that with him later on. For now, coffee, makeup, and filming. Alright, it's about 5 p.m. right now, and I, as always, am changing my mind as to when to post my video. I was thinking of posting the vlog tonight, but I'm not gonna be able to do that because I haven't even started editing it. I had other things to do, obviously, and I don't want to start editing it right now. I'm tired. I'm a little sleepy. I was reading The Shadow of What Was Lost, and it's not the book that's getting me sleepy. It's just that I'm tired, basically. But I'm having a very good time with the book. I am at page 81 right now, and I am planning on continuing to read. Just gonna take a little break to rest my eyes, basically. And I am planning on spending the rest of the evening just chilling, reading. That's pretty much all. Okay, so I did a bit of cooking and the meal is currently in the oven and it looks awesome to me. It doesn't look that awesome if you don't know what it's gonna taste like, but let me show you. This is what it currently looks like, and it's gonna be super, super delicious. Okay, so I did a little bit of reading in bed, and now I'm gonna go and clean my makeup because it's starting to itch real big time and it's very, very uncomfortable. Okay, I am somewhat done with my nightly routine, although I couldn't call it routine because I don't do it very often. I put my night cream pretty much every evening, but I don't put the eye patches very often. I have this thing where my sinuses block in the evening time for some reason very often. Again, not every evening. So when they do, I put a little bit of a nasal spray deep inside the sinuses, and within 3 to 5 minutes it's all gone and I feel very good. So I used to use seawater, salt water that they sell in the pharmacy, but I haven't bought that one for a while now, so I have been using this nasal spray, but I'll probably go back to the salt water. I prefer it because it's more natural and I think less intrusive for the body. Now that I'm pretty much done with my nightly routine, I'm just gonna wait for the patches to fully dry and then I'm gonna remove them and go ahead and read some more. I have made some good progress, I think, in The Shadow of What Was Lost. I am more than 100 pages in already and I'm having a really good time. I remember more than I thought I would, but there's still a lot I have forgotten. I'm gonna go ahead and do some more reading. I am done with reading for the day. I'm gonna do a little bit of work on my computer and go to bed. Good morning, everybody. It is around 8 a.m. and I woke up a few hours ago, like I sometimes do. It probably happens not just to me. In the early hours of the morning, I wake up around 4 or 5. This time it was 5:30, I think, and feel like I have wasted my entire life. And then I can't sleep for a few hours, and I decided to just get up out of the bed because there's no point in trying to continue sleeping. I might take a nap this afternoon if I feel very exhausted by then. But before that, let's look at my agenda for the day. Recently, I started using digital planners. I find them way more convenient and way more easy to operate. So for today, I have to go to the library, return a book, borrow a few others because my TBR yesterday requires quite a few library books. Then I have to go to the gym, pick up some medicine, pick up a few groceries. I have to pick up a package that I don't even know what it is. I'm assuming it's the Stormlight Miniatures Kickstarter because I can't think of anything else that I have purchased online in forever, especially from abroad. And then I'm gonna edit this vlog and post it tonight. And then I have to cook, obviously. And that's pretty much all of my plans. And I would like to read because I would like to finish another book today, if possible. I'm gonna go make myself a coffee and head to the library because I would like to be done there as quickly as possible and head to the gym before it gets too busy. Okay, so it's about 9 o'clock now and I'm about to head to the library, which should have just opened. Getting to the car and heading there. All right, I am at the library and looking for a book to read and I have absolutely zero idea what exactly to get. So I'm gonna look around a little bit more. I am done with the library. I am done with working out. It was leg day and I hated it, but it was okay. And then I picked up the medication that I was supposed to, so pretty much everything is done. Let me just tell you what I got from the library. So the first thing is I had a book that I had to pick from the library specifically as one of my prompts for my TBR game and I didn't know what what that was going to be before I went, but I decided to go with The Lost Hero by Rick Riordan. You can't see it here because this is just a standard hardback. The books from the library are in a very, very bad condition, and I think that's because they don't have a system to keep them in a better condition. I have seen abroad that they put like a plastic cover on top of the cover so that they can protect them. We don't have that system here in Bulgaria, so the books are in a terrible condition, and I kind of want to do something about it. I don't know how, but I will look into it if I can maybe suggest that system and maybe help them finance it in some way, because these books go through a lot of hands and it's normal for them to get a little beat up. Obviously they can't last forever, but they can last a bit longer if we protect them properly. So yeah, I picked up The Lost Hero by Rick Riordan. This is book number 1 in the second series connected to the Olympus and Greek gods and all of that. I read Percy Jackson and The Lightning Thief and basically the whole series related to it, and I absolutely loved it. And I think I've read this book, I don't know, 10 years ago maybe, and I enjoyed it back then, and I wanted to read the whole series because I never really finished the series, so this is very, very good. And then I picked up 2 other books. I was wanting to pick 3 other books, but I couldn't find that I wanted. I wanted to pick The Good Girl's Guide to Murder, but it wasn't available. Somebody borrowed it in November and still hasn't returned it. I picked up Agatha Christie's what is it in English? The Body in the Library. This is, again, as you can see, very beat up edition. This was published all the way back in 2000, the year 2000. This is 24 years old, and the pages inside have started going brown. That's how old this book is, but it doesn't matter. I'm still excited to read it. I can see people borrowing it from back in the day when they still used stamps instead of the electronic system that you have nowadays, that you just scan it and you take it home. But anyway, I am very much looking forward to this. This is book number 2 in book number 3 in Miss Marple's series. I read book 2, The Murder at the Vicarage, last month. Again, borrowed it from the library and loved it. So I'm looking forward to this one very, very much. It looks like a shorter book, so it's gonna be cool. And then I picked up another book that was a special prompt from my TBR, and that was to reread the first book that I ever loved as a child. And the first one that I can think of that I really, really loved was Three Jolly Fellows by Anna Roud, but I have reread that one recently, so I decided to not go with that. I went with the second one that I can think of that I really, really loved, and that is the Brothers Lionheart by Astrid Lindgren. I'm gonna put the picture with the English title over here. This book has made me cry and made me I recommend it. If you haven't read it, read it. Give it to your children to read. It is a lovely book from what I can remember. Granted, it's been way more than 20 years since I last read it, but I know for a fact that it's an amazing book. It was required reading in school, and one of the few required reading books from back in the day that I appreciated as soon as I read it, because a lot of them I appreciate nowadays after rereading them 20 years later, but this one I appreciated even back then. These are the 3 books that I picked up. As I said, I was looking for The Good Girl's Guide to Murder, but I couldn't find it in the library, so I'm guessing I'm gonna have to get it as an ebook, which I will do. And that's pretty much all I have to say for today. Now I'm gonna head home, do some cooking, probably take a shower definitely, and start editing this vlog so that I can post it tonight.